Alright. Jesus Christ. Alright. We're getting into it here. I'm settling things down. And everyone... Let's tweet this crap out. Okay. Now, I think I'm settled. I think I'm ready to go here. Okay, Midwest F1 League. Formula 2. We're coming to you, as you can see in the title there, Mexico City. Sorry, Race Week 3. Now, early on, Mystic Joker has got a good stranglehold on Formula 2. Can he keep it going? Or will Jacko be able to catch him? Jacko now, of course, is a very wily competitor towards Mystic Joker. Mystic and him are very familiar with each other. Mystic sits 8 points ahead currently of Jacko, and Super Ninas is as well in that battle, sitting 4 points behind Jacko in third. So a lot of points are up to play with 2 races to come here tonight, starting of course with qualifying. And who do we want to ride on board with tonight? I am not too sure. I guess we'll just kind of keep it with Mystic Joker. Currently, Gareth Vac is sitting up high right now, which is very well done for him. Actually, ahead of Mystic Joker, and Janet to win it is retired from session. I guess he must have DNF somewhere. That's not what you want to see. As well as HSVDT, another quick driver DNFing. That is really not what you want to see, especially from those 2 very quick drivers here. Oops. Oops. Why am I... There we go. Oh, okay. My apologies, completely distracted, was doing something, or was at least trying to do something. Mystic Joker comes over the line with pole position. Second, actually, is the Gareth Vac. Very well done by him. Elma Jacko, oh my, something must have happened, was disqualified from session, so he's going to be starting way at the back of the pack here. But we'll go through the qualifying order in a moment here. There we go, we got Mystic Joker coming in first. Actually, 2 BWTs coming second, third, and that being the Gareth Vac and Mahi Mahi. Hotspot coming in fourth. Impossible Bacon in fifth. There you go, Impossible. See yourself up in fifth. The Best Pawns is 6th, Ray 7th, Knuckles 8th. Sui is 9th, Cake Thomas is 10th. Going into the bottom half, we see Will Ans in 11th, A. Daltonian 12th. Hammer 38th. 3RS. I'll just call him Hammer, that seems a lot easier. In 13th, Spaceman 14th, Elma Jacko disqualifying surprisingly enough in 15th, as well as a couple more disqualifications that running from JC Blackley, Money Matt, Super Ninas, Irresponsible Man, HSVDT, and as well as Janet to win it being the first. So 2, 4, 6, 8 I believe that was. Or was it 7? I'm not sure, but quite a bit of disqualifications. But I'd imagine that it happened through that slalom there. We lost a lot of drivers, that being from 8, 9, 10, and 11. It can be very easy to go off the track and the game counting it to be a time, attempting to take time off the track by, skipping part of the track. So a lot of people losing it there. Yo, I didn't even see. What? When did this happen? The G hit us with a subscription last week on Thursday. What? Where was I? I didn't see that. Well, thank you very much, the G1819, whoever you are. Very much appreciated. That puts us at 162 followers, and I'm not exactly sure of our subscriber count. Where can I look into that here? But for all those that are tuning in, thank you very much for stopping by here on your Wednesday evening. We very much appreciate all the support that we get in Midwest F1 League. We wouldn't be the same without each and every one of you, and that includes the drivers to the spectators. So without you guys, we wouldn't be doing it, and I wouldn't be here. But I do enjoy what I do, but I also enjoy it when I hear people and see people in chat speaking up and try and make some conversation. I really do try to focus on as much as I can, as well as talk and answer as many questions as I can. If you have any interest in any of the drivers here on the grid, be sure to ask in chat there, and I can answer a good portion of your questions. So feel free to just fly away in chat. Love to see it. But we are about to get going in 20 seconds here. The feature race, first of 2 races here tonight at Mexico City. Will Mystic Joker be able to hold off the Gareth Vac going into turn 1? He had a much quicker qualifying, had a very consistent qualifying through and throughout. You as well, Spaceman, good luck in your race. But will Mystic Joker be able to just slip away from everyone in the straight? Or will Gareth Vac be able to dive down at the inside line in that BWT? We are away here in Mexico City. Mystic Joker looks like he actually gets a really good run. The Gareth Vac's going to slip right into the slipstream right out of the get-go. Hotspot already overtakes Mahi. Mahi coming down the straight. Impossible Bacon, you can see there, is weaving his way, trying to find a little opening on the best pawns there. But Gareth Vac has the inside line lined up into turn 1, but Mystic Joker's able to send it around the outside, giving him the room. Hotspot sends it down the middle as we have to have 3 wide through turn 2. The best pawns is the one who is able to take away the position in the end. Mahi slipped back down into 5th, but he is right along the drivers. We'll get right on board with him. And he's actually getting overtaken as well by Will Ans. Will Ans breaking a little bit deep and getting the back of Hotspot, losing his front left panel on his wing. We have positions all over the place, and Hotspot, I don't think he forced Will Ans up onto the curb there. Will Ans jumped up on the curb and lost a little bit of downforce and got a little bit of oversteer coming out of it. Ray and Sui are battling in behind. It looks like Ray gets the inside line going into what I believe is turn 6. I think he got that move done, but in through turn 8 and 9, King Thomas goes off track, joins on somewhat little dangerously there, but nothing crazy. The 2 Dams get the overtake on him, as well as JC Blackley sends it around the outside. Cake Thomas is slowly falling down the order as Elmo Jacko as well gets a position, and he's also going to look like he's going to lose one to Knuckles, but Knuckles goes down the inside. Cake tries to defend around the outside. JC Blackley spins out, might have gotten bumped. Around the outside is Sui on Knuckles here. Back to the inside it goes into turn 15. Or 14 it was, 15 into 16, and we got the move done. Sui's up into 11th. Hotspot loses a couple positions. We'll get right on board with him as that's kind of up the order a bit. A penalty early on to Mahi here. Hotspot trying to get the position back. Inside line does Mahi have lined up, but Hotspot breaks fairly late, trying to go around the outside, which turns back to the inside into turn 2 here. Still fighting his way through is Mahi, but Hotspot's trying to hold on, but he gets the move done, he is able to hold off. And Monster's in the chat, glad to see you, man, appreciate the support. And now Ray's trying to work himself into this fight here as Hotspot and Mahi has been battling for quite a while now here. Knuckles in HS VDT as HS is trying to work himself up the order. Knuckles looks like he actually gets double overtaken. No, has Mystic Joker of all people spun out? Mystic seems to have spun out around turn 6. He's currently sitting on the grass waiting for an area where he can enter back on track, and that has put a complete wrench into this as the Gareth Vac now holds onto the lead. A second and a half separates him, and going down the order, it doesn't look like there's many guys who can catch him. The Best Pawns has some pace from time to time, but can he show it here in Mexico? Mystic Joker, our race favorite after qualifying, all the way in the back of the pack right now, sitting 20th. Mahi and Will Ans are battling around the final turn, coming around 17. Will Ans looks like he's got the car ahead, but Mahi's got the inside line. We got a drag all the way down the pit straight here, an extremely long one. And these guys are kind of switching around, and oh, look at that. Ray gets a really good run. He's got the inside line lined up. He goes down, as well as the battle ahead of Will Ans and Mahi. Mahi's holding that lead as well. Oh, some tapping, and both drivers of Will Ans and Mahi went off there, but Elma Jacko's worked himself back up into 7th and gets past Ray, and now he's looking at getting the move done on Hotspot. Ooh, and Ray really fights back at it there, but Hotspot's able to hold him off, and oh no, Mahi's off around turn 5, that is, sorry. And now it goes deep into 6, opens the door ever so slightly to AD Deltonian. I'm not sure if there's contact between Will Ans and Mahi there, but Mahi's off, back into 7th. Jacko's worked his way back up into 5th, and he's actually got a really good shot of taking this race home now, as he's gained a lot of positions from the start of this race, 10 to be exact. Mystic Joker's has dropped 19 spots. He's got quite a ways to go to try and get himself back up into the top 10. But a feat that he surely can. Ooh, Cake Thomas goes deep, as well as Sui, but a feature that Mystic Joker is very capable of achieving here, and Cake is forced to kind of cut the turns. We got a big cluster of cars there, and a little bit of contact. Cake Thomas is really dropping down the pack, not his race this evening. Knuckles is right in behind Jinnit to win it. Jinnit's trying to find himself back up the order here. Sui and Money Matt dragging down the pit straight, and Money Matt is the one who doesn't get DRS, so he's going to be in trouble. Sui's got him beat on the straight line speed down the straight. Super Ninas gets a really good slipstream out of Money Matt. Now he's looking at taking a double pass as well onto Sui. Down the inside line, in turn 1 he goes, gets the move done, and up into 9th place. A lovely double pass by Super Ninas coming down the pit straight like I just said. HSVDT looks like to get into a little bit of a tussle with Money Matt there, but nothing too crazy going on. Elma Jacko on Hotspot. A couple of good friends here, and oh, a little bit of a tap there from Jacko on Hotspot. Kind of pushes Hotspot a little bit off and out of the way, and Jacko is able to take 4th place. Trying to feather the throttle as Hotspot. Jacko's doing a good job of not overworking these tires through the S's. Gets the move done. No DRS. Just outside of DRS to Jacko. Best Pawns, don't look now, has actually closed that gap to the Gareth Vac. He's within DRS range. Not quite DRS striking range down that pit straight, but DRS range. Mystic Joker has moved himself into 17th. Spaceman goes really deep, but Mystic Joker gets the move done on Hammer into 17th place. Impossible Bacon as well moving up a position, as he must have been caught in some early chaos. But coming down the pit straight we go. The long run into turn 1. Money Matt trying to catch the slipstream with Sui, but Sui's just able to catch DRS, which is going to hold on to this position for now. JC Blackley gets Impossible Man before turn 1. Mahi down in 7th place, making some real good pace coming down into turn 4, but Ray as well having DRS, so he's able to hold him off. Elma Jacko lining up Will Ans now. How long can Will hold off Jacko here? Jacko's got 4 seconds between Will Ans and the Best Pawns. Can the Best Pawns catch the Gareth Vac? Looks like Vac has just been able to hold him off since. And Will Ans really looks to be fighting it through the S's, and he can feel the pressure, and by doing so Hotspot gets the overtake as well, and maybe those super softs are starting to wear down on him a little bit. Oh, a little bit deep. into 13, kind of entering back at Ray. Did Will Ans catch the DRS? Yes, he just barely did, but Ray's actually got the better run, as well as the slipstream. Pulls out, goes past. Hotspot actually takes a position on Jacko back, so Hotspot back into third. That's gonna hurt Jacko's case to try and get into the top step of the podium here. And oh, don't look now, but Best Pawns is right behind the Garris Vac. Vac goes deep as well into turn 4. A potential change of the lead here. We got okay, so Best Pawns is in the ART, Garris Vac is in the BWT. Will lands after losing a couple positions, and contact between Ray and Mahi, I believe that was. And Ray unfortunately finds himself off and now trying to survive. Gets himself back on track in 11th place. Sui is now right on his tail. He may have to pit a little sooner than anticipated here. Mr. Joker's worked himself back into 14th, overtaking JC Blackley in the back of the pack there. Will Ann's looking to get past Mahi here, but that's going to be a hard contested battle here. Hotspot is going to try and do the best he can. You got to get a good run out of the final turn, and oh, that's going to kill him. Got a little bit too heavy on the throttle there, and that's going to push him back down into 4th, as Jacko's going to get an uncontested overtake coming down the pit straight. Hotspot is going to go into the slipstream here. May try and come back into turn 4. But in the back of the pack there, Irresponsible Man and Hammer in a little bit of a battle here. Can Irresponsible Man take a dive into turn 1? There he goes, gets into the slipstream, gets the final little extra pace that he needs. The inside line's lined up, and he's got the car fully ahead. Hammer back to 18th, Irresponsible Man up into 17th. Sorry, Monster, didn't see the message. I'll be back very soon, guys. No official date yet. Well, Monster, you better hurry, man, because we've got a 18-man waiting list for the league now. Here we go. Hotspot still is able to stay right on Jacko here. Jacko's going to come into the pit. Hotspot's going to get DRS down the straight. A Daltonian's getting a really good run on Will Ans, as Will's actually into the pit. So 7 laps on the Super Softs seems to be the target here. Best Pawns, oh, we might see an overtake for the lead here. Best Pawns gets a pretty good run out of turn 3. Coming down the straight, he's in the slipstream. A very short DRS. And to the inside, yes, Best Pawns does send it. Vac's defending around the inside line. Barely room was given, but enough. Still battling throughout the first couple turns here in Sector 2. And the Garris Vac is able to hold it off. And through turn 7 he goes in the lead, as the Best Pawns has got to slot back into 2nd place and try and find somewhere else on track to get the move done. Lovely bit of driving there by both drivers, truly fighting the battle out until the last bitter end. Unfortunately, the Best Pawns going a little bit deep around turn 6 and Vac having the traction around to hold the move, or hold the position, sorry, and warrant off the move. But now the Vac might be in a little bit of trouble here, as it looks like the Best Pawns is hitting these corners fairly well. It's all about the pace coming out of the final turn, and it looks like the Best Pawns has done enough here to have the potential for a pass here into the slipstream. DRS wing is open down the straight into turn 1. Pawns is alongside and ahead now. He's got the car fully ahead now into turn 1, and he's got the move done. We have an official lead change. The Best Pawns goes into first in the Mexico City feature race. Gonna drop back as Super Ninas dives down into turn 1 and holds off a Daltonian as Ninas is trying to work his way back up 12 positions from his initial starting spot. Sui is now on Knuckles, but Knuckles is the one with DRS down the straight, but Sui can't get into the slipstream and fight back. A couple of pits down the order. JC Blackley, an irresponsible man. Oh, what the? What in the world? I have no idea how Knuckles just drilled the wall there, but he did, and he hit it real hard. And how does he still have a wing? Okay, Knuckles with a pretty intense hit into the wall on the left side of turn 5 there. He was out of the turn too, which is really weird. Well, Ray's going to try and work on his teammate here. Money Matt gets into the slipstream. Shouldn't see much contention here as he gets the move done cleanly ahead into turn 1. No true battle from Money Matt here, but maybe looking to take a good, clean first couple turns here. And does get a really good run out of turn 3. Ray does have DRS as the DRS piggyback off each other. But Money Matt really had the pace coming out of the turn, and with DRS, these positions would be a completely different story here. Elma Jacko gets a move done on Cake Thomas coming into turn 1, from what I assume. Money Matt looks like he's actually fighting back the position here. Goes down the inside line of turn 6, has the car fully ahead, but Ray, we've got the two teammates here fighting it out hard. Money Matt gets the position in the end, but I don't think this battle is quite over yet here. We'll go quickly over to the pit stops, and top 11 yet to pit, as well as Cake, Knuckles, and Hammer also yet to pit. Every driver is on the softs except for Irresponsible Man, as it stands. But still onto the position changes. Chin it to win it. Up 16, now 17 with Mahi pitting. Super Ninas up 13 places, so some really good stuff from those two drivers up there. Money Matt's trying to get into the top 6, but A. Daltonian is going to make it real tough on him. We'll check out the penalties, and there's quite a bit out to play here. The best pawns actually collects 10 seconds of penalties. I didn't notice that. Money Matt is so close to the back of A. Daltonian. Lovely bit of driving here. Does a nice little switchback coming out of the turn. It's completely alongside of A. Daltonian coming out of 3. Down the straight. Ray, teammate behind, as well has DRS, but Money Matt's got the car fully ahead, and looks like AE's trying to defend around the inside line, but just doesn't have enough of the track to get the defense done. And I believe it's the MP taking over the dams there. And there's actually another dams just in behind, 7 seconds back the road is Sui trying to get himself back into this battle here. Back in second? Yeah. He was in first for a little while there, but the best pawns got him, and now he's opening up that lead. But with the 10 seconds worth of penalties, Vac is sitting in first place right now, but I'm keeping my eye right now on Jacko down at 11th. He's already pitted. I believe he's the highest up who has pitted, yeah. And all the drivers ahead of him still need to pit, and F2 pit stops are much longer. A. Daltonian gets really squirrely coming out of the final turn, but I think DRS is going to save his position here, as if he didn't, I think he was going to get overtaken by Ray coming down into turn 1, but it's actually A. Daltonian who's going to put a little bit of pressure on Money Matt here. Ray's got to be careful, and oh, A. Daltonian misses his braking point, goes extremely deep, and the other MP goes through. And now Ray is going to look back at his teammate here and try and get the move done on him, but this is too short of a DRS section. Oh, but he's just going to dive down, and oh my god, very ambitious. Very ambitious from Ray. not much was given there by Money Matt, if anything, but Ray felt like there was something, and then Money Matt goes wide. I didn't catch any contact there between the two drivers. Money Matt went wide around turn 6, and by doing so, Ray and A. Daltonian were able to slot up the inside line, and then there you go, A. Daltonian mistiming the final turn of the S, and that'd be turn 11, and Money Matt doing a nice job of taking that gap and going into 7th place, as we got a very, very well contested midfield battle here. And while all this has been going on, and these drivers have been battling it out, Suisse worked himself 2 seconds back, or has taken 2 seconds off of this battle. So he's making a little bit of ground, trying to find himself to help out his fellow Dams teammate here, but he's got quite a bit to go. 5.5 seconds. Actually, he's into the pit, so yeah. Maybe a little bit of an undercut here, as that all the drivers ahead of him still need to pit. So we'll see where that brings him once all these drivers ahead need to pit. But Money Matt actually sends it down the inside line on Ray. Ray defends around turn 2. Money Matt has the inside to turn 3 and has the position back into 6th place, as well as DRS coming down the straight. So he's got the move done. But there you go, Jacko's up into 9th place now. AE is still in behind. A lot of pit stops are coming out now. Oh, I didn't even see the follow. Thank you very much, Death Scythe Alter. I feel like I did pretty good with that name. Can you tell me if I'm right, please? Okay, here we go. The 2 race leaders pitting. Hotspot staying out. Fastest lap currently sits with Mystic Joker right now. Oh. Okay. Oh, JC Blackley was retired from session, as well as Spaceman. What happened? And do we have is that a VSC or a full-on safety car? Is that a full safety car? No. No, 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 no. I think it is. Yeah, we have a safety car here, so this is really going to change things up. And what the... Garris Vac? What happened to Vac? Did he crash out coming down the straight? Oh, what the... Oh, and A. Daltonian didn't see Vac! Oh my god, the carnage! Guys, there's cars there! What in the world did I just witness? Vac crashed out and DNF somehow right before turn 1 on the racing line. No, Knuckles! What is happening? Knuckles hit A. Daltonian. That's 5 cars gone. He's right there. Don't hit him. Oh my. Oh. F2 Wreckfest edition, you're damn right. Oh my god. So A.E. Daltonian, on safety cars you can pause and then the game will take over. So A.E. Daltonian paused to go to the washroom, and then his AI ran into the back of the Garris Vac. PS5 menu glitched back out. Wow. What a world we live in. Okay, I came out of the pits, he says. Wow. And it was a safety car, so I let the AI drive. Okay. So the AI has killed 3 people here. Because I had to drink water. Oh my god. What in the world? Okay. So Vac is absolutely tilted. Like one eye twitching, vein popping out of his forehead. As I'm in the pause menu, the AI rear ends the safety car. Oh my god. So Vac's AI rear end the safety car. Then A Daltonian's AI rear ends Vac. And then Knuckles' AI rear ends A Daltonian. Oh my god, guys. Wow, 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 wow. So we're just waiting for, I believe, yeah, what is Irresponsible Man to catch up to the safety car here. I think we've only gone around with the safety car leading just once, so at least 2 more times around. Oh my god. Oh my. That is too funny. Well then. But if you enjoy what you're seeing, be sure to shoot us a follow. We very much appreciate it. Our next goal is 175, currently sitting at 163 followers. Please help us get there. We're 12 away. We're slowly but surely waking ourselves up. We have still yet to be around for an entire year. So once season 3 starts, will be about our, or once season 4 actually starts, sorry, it'll be about our anniversary that we've been around for a year. So if you can try and get us to 175 followers by then, we'd love you as much as we love Formula 1, and that's a lot. So please help us achieve that goal. All of us here in the Midwest F1 League would very much appreciate it. But anywho, I guess while there's a little bit of a lull here, anyone have any questions about the league or anything to do with me, myself, or any of the announcers that you may have seen from time to time in the league? Any of the drivers, anything in general, sports, anything? Let me know if you got any questions. Feel free, and I will be glad to answer them or even discuss them with you. Here, I'm sending the video in chat of the POV of Knuckles, of him crashing out. Did you check that out? Oh, okay, safety car is in this lap. All these cars are bunching up in Sector 3 here. Irresponsible Man caught the pack and nearly ran through the pack there. Mistimed his stop a little bit, but we're about to get going. Who shall I get on board with? Mystic Joker seems like a good idea here. Only a couple laps left here. The Best Pawns currently leads penalties to quite a few drivers. Hotspot's in a really good position here, as well as Jinnit to win it can take this win. And he's got the inside line already on Hotspot down the straight after the restart. Hotspot's going to try and battle around the outside on the super softs. Does a good job of sticking it around, breaking deep, and taking the position back. But Jinnit to win it gets a really good run out of turn 3. Once again into the slipstream of Hotspot. Hotspot's going to be feeling the pressure. And once again, Jinnit lines up the inside line. Hotspot breaks deep around the outside line, does a good job of keeping the car there. Jinnit is now on the outside line, trying to fight around, and he's going to have to stick it back into 4th or 3rd place. A couple moves down the order. Will Ans and Cake Thomas getting into a battle. Super Ninas now trying to work on Jinnit to win it as well. Mystic Joker, he's in tough on some really old tires here. Best Pawns is starting to pull away from Hotspot, but Best Pawns has got a lot of penalties here. Now Jinnit gets a really good run out of 11. He's going to put the pressure on Hotspot once again, lining the inside line up, goes down, pushes Hotspot out wide, gets the move done. Super Ninas and Mystic Joker as well are battling. Ninas has the inside line down into 13. Mystic sends it around the outside and gets the inside line into 14 and 15. Gets the move done. Oh, does he get the move done? No, he doesn't get the move done. Super Ninas is able to battle it out. Okay, there we go. Elma Jackal gets money mad coming around the final turn. Elma Jackal can move up a lot of positions here. He's one of the few drivers with no penalties, as well as looking impossible bacon. He's set to move up quite a bit of positions. Only 2 laps to go. We're only going to have 1 lap with DRS. Hotspot putting the pressure early on to Mahi Mahi, sending it around the outside line. Now down to the inside into turn 3, and is able to get the move done on Mahi. Mahi tries to line up as a little bit of a switchback coming around the final apex of turn 3, but isn't able to, as Jacko is able to slowly pull away. Mystic Joker really fighting those old softs at an extreme disadvantage here. But if he keeps it clean, he should be on for a podium here with all the penalties to the Best Pawns, as well as Elma Jacko just in behind it. Jacko could honestly steal the win. He is, as long as he stays really close to Joker, and as long as Joker and Ninas stay really close, as long as Jacko's within 3 seconds to Hotspot, he wins. So Jacko's still very much fighting for the race win here. It's going to come down to penalties here, folks. It's going to get extremely tight. Jinnit with 6 seconds worth of penalties in 2nd place after overtaking Hotspot. It's really getting tight here. OMG, Blackley DNF, that's the best. Oh wow, that's not very fun to say. But, oh, I think Ray spun out around the final turn. Brackley. Oh, God. I didn't even read it like that. Honestly, I didn't even see that. Still no face cram stream today. Hey, no. Yeah, no face cram. There, troll. That's actually in a different chat. Don't think that I'm just talking to no one. Jinnit's trying to hunt down the Best Pawns here. Doesn't get DRS. Actually, there's no DRS. I thought there'd be DRS this lap, but we're on the final lap here. A lot is still up for grabs. I'm going to stay on board with Jacko here. Jacko's just got to stay within 3 seconds to Hotspot, and he can get the win. It's going to get real tight. Mystic's got to overtake Super Ninas and Hotspot to overtake Hotspot, but the penalty should throw Mystic into 2nd. But Jacko is going to be extremely close to see if he can get and leapfrog Hotspot. Mystic, as you saw there, went down the inside line of Super Ninas into 12, got the move done. Now the penalties are really going to come into play here. Jinnit's following around Super Ninas around or Best Pawns around the final turn. Actually, he gets the inside line. It comes over the line first. But now this is where all the penalties are going to start banging and switching guys around. Oh, and Jacko does get it by 0.08 of a second. Jinnit to win it actually just beats out Mystic Joker for 3rd place on the podium. And how far does Impossible move up? Impossible launches all the way up into 2nd, beating out Sui by 0.03 of a second. And Cake Thomas looks like he's going to finish in 15th. Mahi Mahi missing out on 13th by 0.04 of a second. And the penalties completely threw a wrench in everything there. 10 seconds of penalties. Ouch. Sorry to hear, Pons. But congratulations to Jacko on the win, as well as to Jinnit to win it for coming in second. Alright, so there you go. Alma Jacko comes over with the win. Hotspot second, Jinnit third, Mystic fourth, just missing out on the podium. Super Nina is fifth, Willan sixth, Impossible seventh, Sui is eighth, HSVDT ninth, The Best Pawns 10th, Ray 11th, Money Matt 12th, Irresponsible Man 13th, Mahi 14th, Cake 15th, Knuckles 16th, and the DNFs go to the unlucky folks of Knuckles, A. Daltoni, and the Garrisvac, JC Blackley, as well as Spaceman. Not what you want to see, but that was rough. Rough to watch, rough to commentate on. But you just, I just have to. It is what it is. This is what I'm here to do. For the good times and the bad. The surprising wins and the tragic defeats. And today was several defeats, and mainly by the AI of the game, as well as the safety car. The safety car won in the battle between the Garrisvac and the safety car. Oh. Okay, well, the chat is absolutely blowing up in the Discord, so that's fun. But anywho, we still got one more race here. So the sprint race is to come. So don't go anywhere. I'm gutted from that. I can't even lie. Pawnsman, you raced a good race. That's just unlucky. I mean, it'd be worth just maybe even throwing it into the stewards and then just telling you that you're wrong. You never know. Something might change. We need an eye on it, and maybe, I don't know. It's worth a try, is all I'm saying. Send it to the stewards, see what they think about it. You might get the time back, or you might not. 'Tis what it is. Seems like Mexico City broke a lot of hearts the first race. EA bought Codemasters, match made in friggin' heaven. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm trying to at least it will feel my pain. Oh yeah, there you go, Pawns. Good on you, dude. Alright, we're about to get into the sprint race here. Slowly but surely we get there. Oh wow, the Pawns, you've been following since September 11th, 2020. For Anomaly, you've been following since February 20th. Twin Steve Plays, November 5th, 2020. You're pretty far back. Houdini, April 3rd, 2021. Mosser is August 31st, 2020. That's 2 days after we opened up the... No, that's a month completely after we opened up the league. OG Pawns. Love to see it. Alright, I'll get to that later. But here we go, we're about to start the sprint race here, sorry. We got Sui and Impossible Bacon up in the front row here, and Impossible doesn't look like he gets a good start, and he's already under pressure from Will Ans as well. Super Ninas looks like he's got him as well. Impossible already losing out 2 positions quick. Mystic Joker trying to work himself up, and we got a big cluster of cars here, and it's going to be very dangerous coming into turn 1. Not for Sui, though. He's got no pressure. Lovely little switchback. Impossible Bacon does, and now he's forced around the outside line and actually pushed down a couple more positions down into 6 as Mystic Joker is able to get the position on him as well. Now Hotspot and Super Ninas are dragging down into turn 4 here. And Hotspot's going to send it deep to try and get the move done. He's got the car alongside, a little bit of contact between the drivers, but Super is still fighting around and contact, and both are into the wall. And oh, Hotspot, no, Hotspot, no, you don't do that. Oh, just a VSC to start here, and no, that's not what you want to see. That's not what you want to see. But we'll look at the position changes as we start. Impossible Bacon down 4, back into 6th. Elma Jacko back 1 spot. Hotspot down 10, Super down 14. Irresponsible Man down 6, Hammer down 4, and Mahi down 7. Oh, Knuckles gets hit with the drive-through. Man, this is just like Mexico City is just beating the crap out of a lot of these guys. Adol, Tony, and Cake Thomas coming down the pit straight here, side by side. And get kind of a cool angle, but also not the best one. Okay, it's better now that we can see Cake Thomas, but oh, what's going on up at the lead? Screw you two guys. Will Ans and Sui are battling it out, and Will Ans looks like he gets the move done, as well as Mystic Joker slides down the inside line. And Jinnit to win it as well gets Sui. Now Jinnit's looking at Mystic. What can Jinnit do here on Mystic? Jinnit can outpace Mystic from time to time, but his consistency just can't match Jinnit through and through. But can he throw it together here in Mexico and maybe fight Mystic out here? Will Ans is hoping that Jinnit can catch back up here and start tussling with Mystic and potentially, push him deep, which is what Will Ans is doing here. But he holds off Mystic right now, but Mystic takes a peek at the inside line but swerves back to the racing line. And now Will Ans is really feeling the pressure here. Mystic still hugging the back of him. Still no DRS. I believe the DRS detection is back behind the final finish line here. Jinnit gets the fastest lap. Yeah, I was right. No DRS here. Mystic slowly closing that gap. He was within a 10th. Will Ans goes to defend around the outside. Mystic pulls along the inside line beside Will Ans, but Will Ans breaks deep into turn 1. Mystic sends it around the outside line of turn 2 and then the inside of turn 3. Will Ans is right alongside, and Jinnit to win it with those two battling it out is now got an open for a move here on Will Ans as Will's trying to defend the inside line. Gets a little squirrely but still holds on and does a good job of getting back on track and some good traction around 2, or not 2, through 5, but now is under pressure of Jinnit to win it as Mystic Joker is able to get the move done. Will Ans somewhat fighting the car here, doing a decent job through the first half, and we got a car spun out, and that'd be Elma Jacko. Oh no. Jacko goes down the order here, back into 16th place. And Jinnit to win just a little bit too heavy on the throttle, and that's really gonna hurt him, losing 3/4 tenths there. HSVDT has done a very quiet but solid job working himself into 4th here. Of course, 2nd place last season in F2. Very consistent driver. Spaceman, DNFing going into turn 13. Not what you want to see. Will Ans going a little bit deep in through turn 1 as well. and trying to get back close to Mystic Joker here. Mystic can't quite shake him quite yet. Still the yellow flag in Sector 3 here. Spaceman car has been picked up and pushed off the side of the track, so we're all good to go back racing. In Sector 3, yeah, it is everywhere else we've been fine, but still a solid line of cars, as you can see on your right side of your map there. Coming through Sector 2 here, and then the slalom. Hot spot gets a penalty for speeding into pit lane. Jump on back on board with Vac here, see what Vac can do. Currently up 7 positions. Willans is doing a good job of staying close to Mystic Joker here. Really putting in a solid shift here, but can he get a good enough run out of the final turn? Copies Mystic Joker's racing line. Just over 4/10 out. He's got DRS. Trying to reach the slipstream here. And I think he just got it, but just a little bit too late into turn 1. Gets the car slowed down enough. How much will the dirty air affect Will Ans? Mystic getting some good lines through the turns and is able to get enough of a gap between himself and Will Ans to hold him off once again through the second DRS straight of turn 4. Jinnit to win it as well has worked himself back real tight. Sui and HSVDT are getting real close with each other here. HS locks up into turn 4 and then has to snap back into it to make turn 5, still holding on to 4th place. Sui's putting a lot of pressure on him though. Cake Thomas and JC Blackley as well, duking it out a little bit here. Coming through Sector 2, Cake going a little bit deep, and okay, Cake's getting a little bit of a lag, or that may have been on my screen. Impossible picking up a penalty. Cake not getting the best of run out of turn 11 that he would hope for, and with that, JC Blackley's got the DRS wing open, has got 9th place. Sui and Impossible Bacon really battling it out here through turn 3, and coming around turn 16, Sui's forced to go deep. Impossible Bacon, oh no, what happened? Oh, Pons had some sort of contact with him. Oh, Money Matt's into the pit. And the best Pons collects himself back. That hurts. That hurts for sure. And a VSC is deployed. What for here? I'm not too sure. I don't see anyone off track on the mini-map. Not 100% sure what is going on. Pawns, man, your luck is atrocious here today, man. Mexico City has just been ruthless to you. Still some points to fight for here. You got a good gap behind. Oh, Impossible Bacon, or sorry, Irresponsible Man and Money Matt getting drive-through penalties. That hurts the cause. But Mystic Joker really gets a good jump on Will Ans. And Jinnit to win is able to overtake Will Ans coming down the straight into turn 1. Will's forced to go a little bit deep, mistiming his brake. Gets 3-second penalty. That hurts. Sui still trying to work on HSVDT here, but if these drivers are careful, this may actually be a battle for 3rd place, depending on if Will Ans or Jinnit gets another penalty. There was a momentary yellow flag in Sector 3, but that's been cleared up, and now there's one in Sector 2 as we've got, oh no, Jinnit to win it was spun off. Oh no, Jinnit, that really hurts. Jinnit to win it moves down the order and gets disqualified for driving the wrong way, but I think he was wanting to wait for a moment to turn himself back around on track, but there was no moment. And now Ray goes down the inside line on Sui. Sui does a good job of matching the braking prowess of Ray, defending around the outside coming into turn 12 and holds it all the way through, and now takes the lead back out through turn 17. Onto lap 8 they go. But unfortunately Sui doesn't get DRS here, and he's trying to break the toe for Ray. But Ray doesn't need it, as he's got the car fully ahead. Breaks a little bit deep and is able to hold off Sui. Can Sui get a good run out of 3? Not good enough, as Ray's going to get DRS once again, and he's going to somewhat open that gap up ever so slightly between the two drivers here. But Ray's into 4th place. Vax worked himself back up into 8th, overtaking Craig Thomas coming into turn 4. Vac, after the heartbreak that what was last race, has now worked himself up into a respectable 8th. And oh, Best Pons, I think he retires from the session there. Not the day that he was hoping for. Possible Bacon looking at Sui. Sui once again having to defend around the outside line to the same area on track. Now Sui once again is able to hold out the attacking driver, and this time it was for 5th, and Possible Bacon is going to have to try and find another place on track to get the move done. Into 6th he stands. And he's got the slipstream here. He's gotten actually really close, got a good run. He's going to have a move into turn 1 down the inside line. He is right alongside Sui. Sui once again battling around the outside. I get a stupid camera there, my mistake. And Sui once again able to hold off and gets the better run out of 3. And that's going to help him massively into battling out Impossible into turn 4. And yeah, Impossible is not even going to be able to make a move into turn 4. Sui once again with some lovely defensive driving on Impossible Bacon. This time actually once again on Impossible Bacon. Impossible still holding on to 6th. Ray now trying to get onto the podium here. Will Ants currently sits with 3 seconds worth of penalties. So he's safe from HSVDT. If Ray wants to be on the podium, he's got to get it done the old-fashioned way, and that'd be on track. Super Ninas get very close to AE Daltoni. We might see a pass after we break out of the S's here, but AE does a fairly good job here. And sorry, once again, Impossible Bacon and Sui battling it out. I'd imagine it just happened the exact same as the battle before, last lap that being. Sui once again holding the outside line, turning the inside line and forcing Impossible Bacon to do it the hard way, but now this time Impossible gets a really good run and is right tight on the caboose of Sui through 17 and down the pit straight, even halfway down the straight into the turn, gets the move done. He's got the car fully ahead. Now he's got 5th place. Sui as well now has a penalty, so that's going to hurt the cause. Both drivers sitting with 3 seconds worth. AE and Mahi Mahi, as well as Super Ninas in a very tight battle. And there we go, battle for 3rd place. HSVDT and Ray fighting it out. These tires are starting to get a little bit old on these drivers here. Who's kept the most traction to the end here? Side by side coming in to turn 7. Ray sends it down the inside line, but HSVDT is able to hold him off. And now Ray goes a little bit too deep through 9, and that's going to kind of ruin the rest of the chain of corners there. And now he's going to try and hunt down HSVDT once again. Mystic Joker comes over to the line to start lap 11. He's been slowly opening up that gap between himself and Will Ans for quite a while now. He surely has the sprint race win locked up. But it's Ray trying to battle for third place, braking as late as he can. HS just blocking off the turn. And ouch, no, there's a penalty from Ray. With 3.5 laps left to go here, Ray picks up a penalty, and HSVDT has a lot of weight lifted off his shoulders. He's just got to keep it clean from here on out, and he should be able to hold on to third. But Ray is wanting to still get the move done, or at least he needs to get the move done. Goes down the inside line of turn 6. HS is forced to go all the way around the outside, but once again holds it, and he's just alongside him here, coming down the inside line into turn 7. HS sends it down, forces Ray to allow him space, and oh no, there's contact! Oh no, oh no. HS picks himself back up, and HS drops back into 8th, and that is not what you want to see. That really bites. HSVDT was on for such a good finish too. Now we still got points to fight for here, but that one really hurts. But now Sui's going to be the one attacking Impossible Bacon here. Impossible trying to break the toe, but does not matter to Sui. He's got the straight line speed as well as the inside line and the full car ahead. Into 4th place goes Sui. And if there's some sort of incident ahead, they may be on for a podium here, but Cake Thomas gets HSVDT and as well cuts turn 3. Gets a little bit of glitch, and HSVDT is just kind of sitting and just kind of admiring what is happening ahead of him. But he's back down into 9th, but no penalties for HS, so potential spots to be gained at the end of this race. But we're on to lap 12 and nearly finished it. Running out of time is Impossible Bacon, but Sui opens up the door here. Impossible down the inside into turn 7, forces Sui out wide, and he gets a really good run and then takes a position. And now Sui's once again slotted right back in behind him, but I think he gets a little bit of dirty air there and picks up the penalty as well, so that's going to hurt Sui. 6 seconds worth of penalties sit with him now, so he needs one of the drivers ahead to get quite a few penalties for him to have any chance at the podium now. HS is going to try and come back at Cake Thomas, as the lap prior Cake got HS going into turn 1. About 5/10 separates him and Cake. Is it close enough? He's gaining speed. It's going quicker than him, but it's just not long enough, and he just couldn't get into the slipstream. Cake going a little bit deep around turn 3. Might open the door up for HSVDT into turn 4. Impossible and Sui once again battling it out here around turn 4. Impossible sending it around the outside of turn 5. This is where contact was made with Hotspot earlier in the race. Impossible still fighting this out. And look who it is, the Garrus Vac. He's worked himself up into a respectable 6th place finish. And then with quite a few penalties going on ahead, he's going to move up into potentially 3rd. If Ray picks up one more penalty, then Vac could actually have a podium chance here. He at least has got 4th place locked up, barring any penalties. But a potential podium and a potential chance at redemption, more of, could be in the cards, but he can't be doing stuff like that. He slides himself out of DRS range. Sui and Impossible Bacon are just absolutely duking it out there, just trading blows. as it seems. Sui now is going to be the one to get the overtake on Impossible Bacon. Impossible now down into 5th place. Sui up into 4th. The Garris Vac still in 6th, but a little bit too far out. He needs Ray to pick up a penalty, does the Garris Vac, and can't be dealing with JC Blackley right now, as JC as well is on for a good finish with no penalties. He has a good chance at least to move up into 5th, potentially into 4th, potentially into 3rd. JC Blackley's need a lot to happen for that to take place. He needs to overtake Vac, and then as well to close the gap, and he's only got a half a lap to do so. You're at the complete other side of the track of the start line, so we're going to make our way back, the back 9 of the track, if you will, for all those golf fans out there. But Vac needs to have a really good slalom here, as this is where he can make up ground. Sui's got the position right now on Impossible Bacon, and no real mistakes was made by those two drivers ahead. But Impossible Bacon gets a really good run out of 11. He's once again going to try and battle Sui out. This time he's got the outside line, goes a little bit off. Sui sends it all the way around back to the inside line. These guys are going to just battle to the final turn. Impossible still has no penalties, but Sui has to give way. Impossible, he's got 4th place locked up for now. JC Blackley loses major time, and he comes over the line and is only able to overtake Sui. Super Ninas moves up into 7th. Sui down into 8th, Impossible into 5th. The Garris Vac into a very respectable 4th. And we have El Majaco and Hotspot are the last drivers to finish up here. Ooh. Oh, look at that. Doesn't that just make you happy? This just brings a smile to your face. There you go. The Garris Vac dealing with what was the terrible situation in the first part. In the feature, sorry. I'm not sure where my brain has gone. But then ends up getting driver of the day here in the sprint. So it's just, you know, sometimes the F1 gods just kind of look over a man. Everything evens out in the end. Now, of course, I'm sure Garris Vac was hoping for a win and would rather have taken a win than no points in the sprint race. But yeah, you know, it is what it is. But we'll go on to the sprint race here. The results are as follows. Mystic Joker with the win. Will Ann's 2nd place, getting a podium. Ray E46 as well, finishing 3rd, but we'll leave that up to the stewards, as there could be some foul play for discussion there. The Garris Vac coming over with a heartwarming 4th. Impossible Bacon as well, having a pretty decent day today, finishing 7th, I believe, and 5th, so some decent points for the Bertuzzi. JC Blackley in 6th, Super Ninas 7th, Sui 8th, HSVDT 9th, Mahi Mahi in 10th, Cake Thomas 11th, AE Daltoni in 12th, Jacko finishing in a weird spot of 13th for him, Money Matt 14th, Knuckles 15th, Irresponsible Man 16th. Wow, what was going on with me there? Hotspot 17th, and the DNFs are as follows: the Best Pawns, Janet Twinnet, Spaceman, and Hammer. We'll quickly run through the feature here if you forgot. Jacko gets the win, Hotspot 2nd, Janet Twinnet 3rd, Mystic Joker 4th, Briannas 5th, Willan 6th, Impossible Bacon 7th, Sui 8th, HSVDT 9th. The Best Pawns 10th, and the back 10 are Ray, Money Matt, Irresponsible Man, Mahi Mahi, Cake Thomas, Hammer, Knuckles, A. Daltoni, and the Garris Vac, JC Blackley, and to finish it off, Spaceman, the DNF start at Knuckles. And yeah, that's about it. If you're Canadian, that one's for you. If you like laughing at Canadians, that one was for you as well. But that is it for us here tonight. Just over an hour. We usually tend to go here on our race nights, so we appreciate those that did tune in, and we will hopefully be seeing you tomorrow night as Midwest F1 League is back. with Division 1. You can see a couple of the same familiar faces that you saw this evening. Tomorrow night as we go, oh my god, how could I forget Monaco night? Come on, you got to check that out. A night race in Monaco. We're getting a little bit weird. Referencing, I'm an idiot, the game fucked me. Okay, yes. Okay, so I don't know how I could forget, but we're getting the first 3 tracks to start the year are some tough ones. Canada, especially in game, was a tough track. Bahrain short, that's a different one. And now Monaco night. So this is fun. But we got a couple really good tracks coming up after. That'd be Silverstone, Russia, and Spa. So a fun trio of tracks after that. So let's get through Monaco together and let's see what is to come. But I have been Crash McQueen. We've been the Midwest F1 League, and that is it for us here this Wednesday night or Thursday afternoon if you're in Australia. Please have yourself a fine evening, and we will hopefully be seeing you tomorrow night.